Holy Week begins. Yesterday was Palm Sunday. We missed it because we had to take Zach to the military academy to check it out for him. And we're up in the air about it. It's very expensive. We don't even know if we can afford it. And we're trying to figure out ways we could afford it. And, you know, a lot of it is just like Zach should just learn how to exist in the public schools. We might try the summer camp and see where it goes from there, and try and figure out financial ways of affording it, and look into other possibilities like Catholic school or things like that, where you're getting the feeling that maybe he cannot survive in public schools. And this week is going to be very busy. The kids are serving, and for Holy Week, and I'm supposedly live streaming stuff for Holy Week too. So yeah, busy. I believe this is listed as a tavern disturbance on Pennsylvania Avenue. Whatever a tavern disturbance is. Lots of police. Go around the other side here. Okay, what are you doing? Just sitting there.
Information from PD Medics are responding to 4430 Bar Farm Road for a fall 20 Christian 204.
Checking out a tavern disturbance. Usually means bar fight. It's been there a while.
1423? I'll interrupt the center point.
121.
Driver.
Yeah. Roughly 40 minutes. Alright, my plan is to come around and turn on whatever that street is. In the meantime, I get a look-see. Yeah, they got the road blocked.
Medic 713 is taking one non-emergency to Truman Lakewood.
I don't see police tape up or anything, so just a big bar fight, I guess. We'll keep our ears open on this. House fire on Myrtle. I heard on the scanner it began in an air conditioning unit, but of course that's unofficial. It looks like they're getting it pretty well underway. It's a huge fire department response, of course. Yeah, it got into the attic, obviously. And not very livable, unfortunately. I believe nobody is hurt. They're still checking the primary and secondary, but they haven't found anybody, and I believe everybody's gotten out okay. I don't know about critters. It's very windy today. That looks so good. I can see the dandelion season is upon us. Yay. Stormy skies tonight. I'm actually out and about running the errands, but yeah, look at those skies. Pretty intense looking. I don't think we're supposed to get severe weather, but it's one of the weather people saying what we're in could get interesting, so it's just like, keep your eyes open sort of deal. Is. Yep, still got this cruddy cough. And, some of the world's bumpiest roads. It's making for a very spectacular and pretty sunset. I was gonna take the dongies for a walk, but it started raining too hard for that. Believe it or not, this is the very tail end of rush hour. People are still in rush hour mode, which is not great. So people kind of drive like life doesn't matter as long as they get there first. And oftentimes what happens is they end up getting there not at all. Don't need to be taken out by a person with that attitude. This camera looks like it's not too shaky for it. Mostly getting infrastructure, but get up into some of the clouds there. I certainly hope that nothing happens that I would feel sorry. That looks pretty interesting over there. That I'd feel sorry that I'm not chasing, but too often There's a life. You gotta take care of business. Seems like too much these days, and I know a lot of people are frustrated about this. A lot of us feel like we're taking care of other people's business, you know. Anyway, I'm almost to where I'm going, so there's the old PCC car. Now is a donut stand and coffee shop. Alright, doggies, let's come out this way. Whee! Let's see if we can walk a little. Maybe the rain will think otherwise. Other than the rain, this weather is beautiful. Yeah. Sunset is spectacular. Even though in our truncated walk we can't see it through the buildings, you can see it in the clouds. It's beautiful. Right, dongies? Where are we going, Jimmy? Yep, we got lightning and thunder. And look at that orange sunset and the storm clouds. Wow. But I can hear that thunder. It means it's not good for us to be walking around like this. So let's get inside before we get struck by lightning. Right, dongies? Come on. Jimmy, hurry. All right, this is where we're going. It's something hot to drink. Maybe. Are they open? They close at 4 on Mondays. I didn't know that. All right. Let's go somewhere else. I'm keeping my eyes on the weather just in case. You never know. It's very spectacular. On the road. places I want to go to are closing down, so, and I'm still hungry to eat enough, so I'll have a little snack here. Wow, it is really coming down. Coming into Westport. Just getting a good look at the rain. It's turning out to be a nice rain. Well, the weather forecast this morning said the weather would be interesting, and it certainly is. I guess we are talking about weather again this morning, and it's interesting. It looks like we're in a little mini low pressure center.
Contact command.
Most of the snow is happening up north, and yes, we're talking about snow.
Go ahead, John. I think you got everybody.
As it fills in there. Minnesota.
Copy. Air 1 is that
But
on Cat 7?
in our area, we're starting to get some
Fremont, Independence Avenue?
icy precipitation.
Correct,
27 in service.
We're getting some fine, I guess, sleety, or maybe it's snow drizzle. Snizzle. Snow and drizzle. Snizzle. We're getting some snizzle. And on this wild and woolly night, we have a shooting. And I don't know very little about it. Let me get my pictures, video. It's just a very yucky night. Let's try this again. I recorded this earlier, but this sound didn't come through, so for some reason, whatever. But what I was saying then, I'm saying now, is that the weather started dropping some solid precipitation, but it's not supposed to last very long, and it's not supposed to accumulate, so that's good. And there's no real problem with driving and stuff. And we were live this morning at the Crossroads, East Crossroads, where they're planning on putting to a vote whether they support the Royals in their effort to tear down everything and build a new stadium there. And it's really, a lot of people, especially people in the Crossroads, are against it, and it's very controversial. I mean, there's a lot of people for it too, but the point of our story was that we were talking to a lot of the people who are against it, the business owners and stuff. And of course, I think almost every one of them are against it, but they're not the people that the Royals are really dealing with. I believe it's the landowners who, the property owners who serve, and probably would gain the most from that deal. But there's a lot of old buildings in that area, and I think a lot of people would just kind of feel like it's not a good fit for the neighborhood. But it's not always up to us. It's up to the voters, and we'll see how they do, how they decide. Anyway, I'm determined. Cafe and a place called Cafe Olama, or Oyama. I don't know how to say it. I have to ask the reporter who knows Spanish how to say it. They had a deal, an arrangement, and I thought that I mistakenly went to Cafe Corazon thinking that was the place they had the arrangement with. Well, it's this other one, so I'm gonna try them. But I'm happy that I made that mistake because I discovered Cafe Corazon and I like them too a lot. And yeah, I'm really finding. I used to go to YJ's all the time, almost exclusively, and then they shut down, and so now I'm forced to go out and find these different places, and it's opened up my world. And as you know, my feelings on coffee, it's not necessarily about the coffee, it's about the atmosphere, the environment, and what kind of conversations you can have with people, and will people even talk to you, and it's more about the third space than it is about the hot drink, although the hot drink is nice, especially today. Today is definitely a coffee day, so let's do it. Oh, yuck. Yuck is all I gotta say about this weather. Parking isn't too good. Let's try this alley. I like alleys, but I don't know. Someday I may pick the wrong alley to walk down, the wrong time of day. But, wow. There's a residential tucked into some of these places. But yeah, as I was saying, I had to park a bit back, like a block off, because there's no parking up here. I mean, there is parking, but all occupied. Huh. Look at that mural. Pretty neat. I always like this building on the corner. Odd shaped building, but it's pretty cool. I believe this is at least part of it's occupied by El Conejo, which is a bus company that runs, I believe, straight down to Mexico. The Bungalow KC. Maybe not. Alright, I don't know how to say it right, but for now we'll compromise. We'll call it Cafe Olyama. I still can't do it. Olyama. Let's try that. Here it is. Olyama Coffee Shop. Are they open? I hope so. I think what I had was actually tea and not coffee, which is fine. It's very good. Some sort of, don't ask me to pronounce what it is. Some sort of citrus drink. Oh, weather's still yucky. It is time to go home and go to bed. It is cold and yucky. And I don't have my doggies with me, unfortunately. Too nasty for them if they can't be inside somewhere. But I'm out, so. I see about a steamer, maybe. It's busy tonight. It is cold. I thought we were done with this.
Pesky leaks.
I'm hanging out in the car until I absolutely have to be out. We are live here at, what is it, Lillian Schumacher Elementary School in Liberty. Talking about some kids that have designed the Clay County I Voted stickers. Some errands, including going up to the church up here and talking to Father Don about the live streaming this weekend. So, fun. Town topic. The weather started out super cold this morning, but it's moderating. Let's stop for some breakfast.
You normally can, but I have. Yeah, it's at 10:30 plus I'm just out. No problem. Yeah, there's not really a replacement. You can do, besides this, you can do. There's no button. I can't like go on there and add $2 more.
We are sassified. And the last thing I have to do is a Costco run. Costco. I gotta get some stuff for the live stream. Well, it's no longer a live stream. And some groceries, I guess. We have shopped, or I have. Guess what today is? It's opening day for the Royals. And it's all hands on deck. So we're here to get ready for all our morning live shots. It's going to be a very busy morning. And I got my trusty wagon here. Yep. This is what the inside looks like. Here before anybody else or everybody else. There's a lot of media here. I'm not like the first. I've decided to bring this cart. I've gotten loaded up for church. Getting ready to set up the video recordings. Good luck to me. Ha ha ha. And I'm running late and behind, and everybody left me. They all had to go because I was trying to catch up on some sleep, and I guess I was like the dead. No sleep for me. Oh, look at the weather. The weather's turned beautimous. And I am on my way to the church. Remember, beginning of the week, I mentioned Holy Week. Well, so this morning was the Royals home opener, and of course my work kind of kicked my rear. I had 4 reporters. Actually, it wasn't that bad. Though I had 4 reporters, I really didn't have that many more hits than I normally would have. And it was just, I had more people to do it with, so it was more diverse, more entertaining to do it that way. But yeah, so it wasn't really that bad. Just a little more walking and climbing than I'm used to. And I guess that's what's kind of kicked my rear a little bit, but I should get over that. Stop being a wimp. But Holy Week, first off, I talked to Father Don yesterday, and I don't know if I said anything other than something cryptic about it, because I haven't really had the time to do much of anything. But the company that was supposed to fix the Wi-Fi situation didn't, and so there's no Wi-Fi in the church. And so it's not going to be a live stream. I'm just going to record it, which actually makes it easier. And then I'm going to upload it. But I think I'm going to probably have to edit it and then upload it. So, don't have any real way of recording it. But so I was supposed to not go to sleep and just go into the church and start setting up the where I'm going to be in my electric and everything. However, I was so tired from, not really getting any sleep yesterday and then last night, and then being extra busy today, so now I'm going to have to go there. The kids and the missus went for a practice. Father Don has decided he's going to rehearse what's going to go on every day, and I had fallen asleep, and I don't know if they tried to wake me up or not, but obviously I'm going there now, and they're probably coming back the other way. Either that or they're waiting on me there, and we'll see. But I think the church is open now, so I'm going to go there and set up what I need to set up and hopefully be ready by this evening. What a busy life. Letting the dogs run a bit before we go back. Everything in there should be okay. There's no recording, there's no live stream because there's no Wi-Fi. Haven't got that set up yet, but should be good unless I overthink it or underthink it. Dongy! What's up, Spella? What's up, Spella pup? Spella! Timothy, what are you doing? I am feeling very peaked, so lack of sleep. You know what that means. Dongies. And coffee. Coffee. Coffee.
Always and everywhere to give you thanks, Lord, Holy Father, Almighty and eternal God, through Christ our Lord.
Alright, my phone is overworked, as am I. Apparently it locked up on me in the middle of doing something. But we're here at UMKC campus where we did our live shots. I've gotten myself lost in the parking lot, but I think I found my way. Woo-hoo. And while we were in there, there's the story we were doing was on the women's Hall of Fame in the Miller Nichols Library, and also they have an interesting display on Kansas City, the Kansas City that never was, and it's all on developments that were proposed but never happened, and some of them were pretty nice, but I don't know, some were kind of ugly, and I'm glad they never did happen. But it's the end of my shift, and man, I was dragging today. Try to go home and get some rest before we have to do more of that video. Yay, yay. Feeling peaked again. Coffee. Had to figure out some things on the fly. I had to switch out cameras. This is just not working because the OBS shut my computer down. It's amazing a phone is actually better than a computer now. It's time to go home. Tired. Time to go Well, apparently while we were in church, somebody was out in the parking lot breaking into cars. Four cars got hit. Mine wasn't one of them, but Aunt Suyen's was. Did they take anything from you?
I brought my purse with me. They're looking for guns, that's all.
They're looking for guns. How do you know that?
The police told us.
So how are we gonna deal with this one?
Does anybody know that?
I can look it up.
Was it your driver's side window?
Yeah. That's just great.
Good thing she brought her purse with you.
Yeah, it's amazing they didn't break into the van.
Lucky that they didn't smash our car window.
Zach could be there, Naya.
Huh.
What was so valuable to that?
Money.
Broadway. We got multiple vehicles broken into. We're gonna handle that as well.
40
Yeah.
cars.
4 cars?
Over there.
4 cars here and 440 total.
40.
That's what the cops say.
Jesus. Oops.
I'm looking for guns. Give me that.
Sorry. Didn't mean that. And I guess I'll tell you, Della lost $100.
What are you gonna do with my car now? Can you deal with this, please?
Insurance.
Insurance and call the insurance.
Oh my god.
Boy, we need this like a hole in the head.
Your backpack. Thanks.
Well, we found the purse.
The bricks.
Just rummaged through and tossed over here, apparently.
Oh, my lipstick, thank
It
you.
was like,
Oh, no.
there's no lipstick
It
today.
was the kids that found it.
Broke it and they took it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I put it on my side.
They most likely took anything.
Well, this night's turned out to be more adventurous than we bargained for. Good weather and bad kids. Apparently.
Don't be bad.
Trying to save a little time tonight and not have to deal with this later. I'm doing my duty and taking my video clips that I didn't shoot very well. Back to the ranch.
Did they catch the guys that were stealing? Or get the keys in the
Apparently they're up here in the plaza doing their dirty. It's like, 40 cars broken into so far? And they left a stolen car over in behind the church and stole another car. And the cop said something like the stolen car was out of gas. And they're stealing Kias and Hyundais mostly, because police said something about they're poorly made, and I'm like, they're not priced like they're poorly made, they're priced like they're expensive now. But apparently, and this has been going on for some time. There's been a lot of that in the news about Hyundais and Kias. You can steal them very easily. And yeah, every time I hear of a police chase, it's usually a Hyundai or a Kia. But yeah. Let me run my footage back to the ranch. This is what we're dealing with this morning. We put some, supposed to be tarps, so they couldn't find any tarps, so they got raincoats and my ponchos and a trash bag to cover up the broken window. But we're doing taxes and we're dealing with this. Yeah, for some reason our insurance always sends us here to the Randy Reed Buick. There's an Awful House next door. Too tempting. The vittles are here on such a small table. Today we are deep in the heart of Texas. The Filipino store. The missus says she needs some blow or something like that.
Yes, we do. We have menudo.
Of course we got our Skyflakes. Gotta have Skyflakes. Being directed. I don't know what Luke is reaching for. We already have that. We have shopped. Well, let me tell you, after a brief rest, I didn't rest very well. And time to eat. I only ate snacks. We're getting ready to do the longest mass of the year, which starts at 8. And I think goes for 3 hours, probably plus. So, wish us luck. We have our killer attack guard dogs with us. Hopefully nobody tries to break in. We discovered something. You can see pry marks, right? I hope I can get in on it. Right there. So they did try to get into the van, and for some reason we weren't successful. Yeah, that was the driver's side. Here's the passenger side. Really mucked it up, but they didn't get my window. Maybe this car alarm went off or something. Yeah, we practically live here. Well, let me tell you. How many times do I say that? Kind of turned into a disaster in there. They turn off the lights, which I expected, but I thought they just turn off the lights. No, they go to the master switches and turn off all the outlets, and including the outlets that were powering me. And so I went and turned it back on, and nothing. Well, my stuff came back on that side, but not at the altar. And I couldn't get the stuff to come on at the altar. I was going to try another cord, but in fumbling around the dark, it's too crowded in there, and it's too close to the mass. I'll still be trying to set up in the middle of everything, so I just called it. It's better to just sit here with the doggies, keep them company, and if somebody shows up to break into cars again, hopefully I'll be watching and ready for them. We got 911 on speed dial, I guess. But yeah. Oh well, it happens. That was a pretty service I wasn't really a part of, but I was in the parking lot with the dongs, and very concerning. There was quite a few cars cruising through the parking lot. Now I don't know if they were looking for places to park. I doubt it, because they were really late if they were, and I think they were cruising through looking for opportunities. And that's pretty maddening that they're targeting churches. There's no respect. But oh well. Everybody seems to be happy and stuff. And they flipped the switches. I guess I couldn't find the right switch, and everything powered up just fine. So, and I guess we'll do it tomorrow for Easter, and then rest, and then I'll look at better ways of doing it. Always, constantly. Back here again. Like I say, I think we live here. Getting set up for Easter with the music playing. And this is my altar stuff. And here's my setup here. I'm opting to use an iPhone instead of trying to use the Osmo. The Osmo was too much with having to use a computer. The choir loft, they're using it today. It's turning into a beautiful, if somewhat overcast, spring day. I think we're almost there, ready to go. Yep, we're filling up, as expected.
Oh, that's full.
Oops. Who's the incense person?
We're debating that.
You're debating it.
I'm not.
You don't like the incense?
No, he doesn't remember how to do it. You do it like this. Yeah.
Just don't catch yourself on fire.
You can burn yourself, but you can't catch yourself on fire.
Oh, good to know.
Zach, come show me.
She'd be fine with that, Zach, if you caught on fire. Yep, full house. I think we're ready to go. Woohoo!
Water prophets proclaim the new covenant. You were to enter the bond of the human race. Last of all, Jesus passed through it as he rose. It's perfectly exactly where it was. That's why we conclude that the cloth that covered his face, that's rolled up and put to the side, as if Jesus had rose up out of it, sat down, then took the cloth off his face, gently rolled it up, and sat it down.
Well, I think it was reasonably successful today. The worst part was teardown. Very short turnaround between our service and the next one. And I needed to get everything out of here because it's not safe to keep it in during the week, and I don't know when I'll be able to come and retrieve stuff next. So we pulled it all out with the help of Zach, and we got her done. But we ran into the next service a little bit, so that's not good.
Saya, look.
I think it's the Easter Bunny is riding a motorcycle. Yeah, there's donuts here, but I don't know if they're open. Easter Bunny on Johnson Drive.
Why is he on a motorbike?
I don't know. Is that a motorbike or a scooter?
Mr. Bunny, why?
Like it could be a scooter.
Yeah, why you on a scooter, Mr. Bunny?
All right, Filipino cultural center for Easter. What is this? Brunch?
Potluck.
Potluck. Easter potluck. All right.
And then Zach.
Doing the Easter Bunny's work. The potluck has begun. Wow, look at this. Fancy. Mmm. Vittles. Mmm.
Alright,
I got
once you got
something.
yours, please go. So have
The field of eggs before the destruction. It begins.
I found a big one.
Where's Luke? Come on, Luke, pick up eggs. I've lost track of my kids. There's Saya. Somewhere over there is Luke. The Easter Bunny was busy at our house this year, so I'm glad they got to come out here. Thank you to the association.